2023 arguably was one of the best years for movies. The standard has been raised, as it should be. Audiences are smart, and for the most part, they know when a movie is bad and when it's not. We shouldn't settle for mediocrity at the movie theaters. We should demand only the highest of quality from studios. This year we have some movies coming out that could set the foundation for franchises, or can allow them to crumble in real time. Let's get into it. Musicals can sometimes be divisive. If done correctly, we get a movie like La La Land. If done horrible, we get movies like Cats or Amazon's Cinderella. This year we're getting a sequel to Joker, which is set to be a musical. When it was first announced that it would be a musical, I had mixed feelings at first. Director Todd Phillips has seemed to prove that he can go from a trilogy of comedy in the Hangover series to a serious movie like the Joker. Now he has to take the serious tone and implement a musical aspect to it. The addition of Lady Gaga will definitely help carry the movie. She obviously has the musical talent, but she also is no stranger to acting. Pairing her up with Joaquin Phoenix is going to be a cheat code for this film. I like when directors experiment in movies, like when Taika Waititi took a comical approach on Thor Ragnarok and it worked, but then overdid it in Love and Thunder and it sucked. Todd Phillips must make sure these elements work well together, along with making sure this is still a movie about the Joker from DC Comics. I've said it before in my first video on the channel. Animated movies should always be taken serious as live action movies. We've had amazing animated movies in recent years. If done correctly, they can be just as timeless as any other movie. This year, a lot of attention is going to be on the Garfield movie. Chris Pratt has proved he can be Mario, but now he must prove if he can be another iconic character. I'm not saying every animated movie needs to be Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio or a Studio Ghibli production, but they can still be turned into masterpieces. Look at the recent Spider-Verse movie, it's possible. Sure, maybe Garfield isn't going to change the cinematic landscape, but there still needs to be some thought put into the movie. Animated movies can be more than just movies made for kids. The MCU ever since Endgame has not been the same. We've had a few great movies like No Way Home and Guardians 3, and some of the shows were top tier as well. But for the most part, the MCU has been a disappointment. Ever since Disney bought Marvel, people have been wondering what would happen with the more mature properties. Daredevil is set to have his own show soon, which was supposed to be 18 episodes, but now I think it's 13. Kingpin still had some violent tendencies in Echo, which that show I did enjoy. But the most important character people were wondering about is Deadpool. I won't go into too much detail what I think the movie will be about. I might do a prediction video for it soon. But this film is very important for the MCU. If done correctly, which I think it will, I have faith in Ryan Reynolds. He loves that character so much. This movie can be the start for a fresh beginning for the MCU, which they badly need. If this movie does end up failing, then this will be the final nail in the coffin for Marvel. No one will take this studio seriously any more than they already do, which would be sad to see because all the movies leading up to Endgame was such an amazing run that probably won't be recreated anytime soon. In the age of sequels and remakes, audiences seem to be searching for original content more than ever. Sometimes these sequels and remakes are done right and turn out very well. Beetlejuice 2 is set to come out in the fall, but how well will this one live up to the first one? The addition of Jenna Ortega is a no-brainer. She has proven to be a rising star and has a love for acting. She made sure to let it be known that she will be more involved in making sure the second season of Wednesday will have a much darker tone than the first. Her attention to detail will be beneficial for Beetlejuice. Pairing her up with Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder will definitely make this movie a must-watch. Tim Burton has seemed to have found his new Johnny Depp in Jenna Ortega, and it will be interesting to see the new elements they'll bring moving forward in his style of movies. Jenna also confirmed that little to no CGI was used in the upcoming sequel, which is something that more movies need to do. Using practical effects is almost a lost art these days. Like I said before, audiences are smarter than ever and have access to more movies than ever. Studios have to make sure the content they're putting on the big screen is worth watching. If not, the internet is ready to make an example out of it and quickly move on to the next. 2023 was a special year for cinema. Will 2024 be the same? So far, Mean Girls and The Book of Clarence have been off to a good start. Hopefully the momentum continues. I do have other movie related content on the channel if you're interested. Links will be in the description. And as always, thanks for watching.